considered, Snoop Dogg is considered one of the top guys in rap. He has built a career out of nonsense.
Absolutely. Gin and juice.
Gin and juice.
My favorite song. Song about gin and juice.
Yeah. And Snoop Dogg and the East Siders, which is spelled like niggas. It's East Siders.
I can't say it like that.
Gary says it's such mayhem when those guys come here.
I know.
You know what? You know when you watch the cartoons and the Tasmanian Devil arrives? It's exactly like that. It's just this big cloud, and they just, they're in the green room. First of all, I'm not even allowed in.
Right.
You walk by.
That's your green room, and you can't go in.
There's a big guard sitting out front, so the door opens a crack. And I see, I smell all sorts of funny stuff coming out of there. They're rehearsing a song. Some guys tell me, okay, this is the part where you come in. There's a bunch of clothes in there. They're tearing them out of the wrappers. Everybody's trying on different clothes. They're rehearsing a song. I don't know what's going on.
Dude, I got a
You can smell it now.
I got a contact
Yeah, it's in
walking
here.
to the bathroom.
And this room is completely sealed.
Oh, there's Snoop. Snoop looks
Would that be
beautiful.
more orange?
You look beautiful.
Oh, the shoes are orange.
Snoop has his own clothing line, as you know. Let me see that. What is that? You got your own DVD, too. Snoop Dogg. This place smells like marijuana.
Always.
How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hey. I mean, my brothers, everybody.
Get on the mic, Snoop.
Come on, everybody sit down and relax. Hey, how you doing? Good seeing you. Good seeing you. How you doing?
What was that movie you just did, Baby Boy?
Yeah, Baby Boy.
Who's the guy who stars in that?
Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah, he said he tried to hang with you, but he couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, we do this every day. This ain't no act. This is real talk.
You guys are the real deal. When you come into a station right away, the first thing you do is you get high, right?
You take over.
Exactly.
Why is that, Snoop? Is life not worth living if you're not high?
I mean, it's not that. It's just, we like,
You're not addicted or anything.
No, it's like a dog. When he go outside, he see a tree, he pee on it.
Right.
We just peeing on the tree, letting everybody know we at home.
Yeah, you're marking your territory.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
I never saw that.
Are you home wherever your hat is? Is that what you're saying?
I consider your show as being one of my homes.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Assalamu alaikum to all of you,
Yes,
by the
in a
way.
real way.
Yes, thank you.
Walaikum
Thank you.
Uh-oh, now you're in
Salam,
trouble.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I'm in trouble. What are you talking about? I'm
You know what
rapping.
they're going on.
No, I know what's going on.
my brother.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum alam. Anyway, let me just say that all of the East Siders also are original gangsters. And by that I mean you guys have been in gangs since you're like 9 years old. Am I correct?
Real talk.
Right.
Real talk.
And you,
Oh, do they consider themselves current members?
of course, for life.
We're eternal card holders.
To death.
Is
Once,
that right?
once you're in, you can't get out. Am I correct?
You can get out, but why would you want to?
This is your family.
Exactly.
That's the thing we do.
And if
But you don't have to do gang-related activities anymore.
Gang-related activities evolve. Gang-related activities become community activists activities.
Well,
We're doing
Snoop-
gang activities now by making music.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're spreading the word.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that there.
Yeah, and Snoop, you of course continue to be a pimp, even though you
You
are in the
make a
music.
living doing other things.
I mean, P.I. till I D.I. It's the thing to be done. The whole game is pimping us, so we might as well turn it around and pimp them.
Snoop has tons of girls in his stable,
all over the world.
all over the world, and uses the internet to stay in touch with them
that
constantly.
right?
That's right. You
Is
have
that worm bothering you?
No, I'm cool, baby.
everything is about the internet now, isn't it, Snoop?
Yeah, I mean, computer technology's taken over the whole world. You got to be computer literate to make it in the 2000 plus,
Are you the only pimp who uses the internet?
No, it's a whole bunch of us out there on the internet. I got to give a shout out to all my pimp buddies: Don, Magic Wand, Pimpin'
yeah.
Ken, Good Game, God.
But how can you discipline a woman if she's on the internet? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shoe doesn't go as far.
I mean, in the old days, you would just beat a woman with your shoe. Now, how do you beat a woman over the internet?
I don't know. You probably hit it with some megahertz. I don't know.
Yeah, right. He's spammer or something.
Yeah, send me some junk mail.
Snoop, can any man smoke weed with you, or is it a closed club? When you guys come into a place and you smoke, I'm afraid you fellas are getting addicted to this marijuana.
You know what? I feel like that marijuana is a universal language for all people. There's one thing about the marijuana. When we do smoke, we don't go out and kill nobody. We don't get crazy. Everybody gets calm. It's a beautiful situation. We want to know
Keeps you
everybody.
sedated.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's like everybody gets a chance to know each other, and it's like a lot of people wouldn't even speak, but when they on that, they real calm and they cool and collective about themselves. It's not like any other situation out there that people dealing with or whatnot. You don't hear about nobody killing, shooting, robbing.
I always think
None of that.
What
smoking
is
weed.
sedation, though, Howard?
Yeah, it's sedation.
What is sedation?
What is it?
What is it?
I'm asking you.
I don't know. How do I know?
Everybody's
know?
got the same question.
In other words, you're saying everyone is sedated in one form or
You
another.
feel it.
Exactly.
You see a lot of housewives running around on Xanax or these kind of legal drugs. What's the difference between marijuana and Xanax?
Xanax, you can buy it out of a store.
Right.
Marijuana you buy on the street. I mean, they just need to legalize it. It's like alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You legalize alcohol and still it's like one of the #1 killers in the world as far as drunk driving. And I killed him because I was drunk. I raped her because I was drunk. You don't never hear nobody saying I killed him because I was high on weed.
How much weed are you guys smoking a day now? Because, I mean, this is already 8 o'clock in the morning here in New York.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you start at 8. That's early. Like, you smoke 6, 7 times a day?
What?
More?
What happened? Where
Would you
was
say 6, 7 times a session?
I think I'm saying I think marijuana too is kind of tribal in the sense that everyone could sit around and bond together and sit around and smoke it together. Is there something going on there?
Same high off of it. You know what I'm saying? It's one particular weed gets you a certain kind of high. You know, and everybody enjoy that particular high at that time. That's
What is our favorite right now? What do we like?
All I know.
Purple.
Purple weed?
Purple Kush.
Laker purple.
Laker
you know,
purple.
the champions.
Where do you get this purple weed?
Yeah, the street vendors.
Disclosed areas.
Well, because I'll tell you something. I went to L.A. and I smoked weed. And I got to tell you something, it almost killed me, and I stopped. I mean,
You better not smoke with Snoop.
why is it so much stronger now? I mean, seriously, don't you get paranoid at all when you smoke this stuff? Don't you guys get a little bit paranoid? I don't find it enjoyable
I
anymore.
get paranoid that they're going to stop making it.
Really? You love it that much?
I love it.
I love it.
I couldn't even
need
talk.
it.
I would think that people are out to get me and stuff when I smoke.
Hey, Howard, every time you see me, I'm on it.
Really?
And we have beautiful conversations.
Yeah, and you're always in control.
Exactly.
You've got to be the world's greatest weed smoker, too, in addition to the world's greatest pimp. Isn't that true?
Something like that. You know,
Now,
I try
it
to
has no drawbacks, Snoop?
I mean, the only drawback that I have is I like to work hard. You know what I'm saying? It gets me real focused and it makes me go in there and make hit records.
Really? I was,
right?
you know, I brought in a drug counselor to talk to you guys because I think you need a little drug counseling.
Okay.
I'm just a little, let's find out
Have
if
you
you're
ever
addicted.
talked to a drug counselor?
Yeah, when I was in high school and I got caught smoking weed in the bathroom.
Okay. This is Dr. Ockert, and he helps people like Snoop who think they are not
They're
addicted.
fine.
But let's find out. Maybe you could reason with this gentleman.
What's up, Doc?
I think the doctor's going to get through.
Fellas, have you ever gone through any kind of drug rehab, drug rehabilitation kind of thing?
Waking up in the morning.
Yeah, that's enough to.
Sleeping, isn't it?
Now, Doc, what about these guys? They love
County
smoking
jail.
their weed. They smoke it more than 7 times
all
a
the
day. The second they wake up, they're smoking weed. Do they have a problem, these guys? Doc?
What do you think?
The doctor's high. What are you talking about?
Doc, are you
You
straight?
can't be in the room.
I'm straight.
Oh, now you a doctor. When you was in there smoking with us, you wasn't a doctor.
Now, Doc, isn't it a little intimidating to come up to Snoop Dogg and the East Siders and say and talk to them about drugs? They don't think they have a problem, but you
How
think
do you
they do.
get through to somebody like
Tell
that?
them why they have a problem, and then head for the hills.
Real quick.
Right, Doc, go ahead.
Well, I'm not sure that I would say their problem is interfering with their lives and their music.
Clearly not.
And
Not while they're
like
this
that.
close, you're not going to say.
Right,
Absolutely.
right.
But,
Junebug been looking at him ever since he been eyes on him.
You got to
But
control
promoting it.
anything that you do.
Ain't a problem with weed.
No. I even smoke this stuff and I love it.
That's Uncle
Smoking
That's my Uncle June.
Uncle Juba, you're Snoop's uncle?
That's right.
You have to be very proud of Snoop.
I am.
Yeah, and do you smoke with Snoop?
Yeah, I don't have to smoke with Snoop. I do my thing.
Exactly.
But
Your
how
own
long has
thing.
Uncle Junebug been smoking?
Yeah, how long you been smoking, Uncle Junebug?
Hey, maybe 3 or 4. When I was 3 or 4.
You started when you were 3 or 4. Now, these guys.
How are you going to do anything about that?
Uncle Junebug, how old a man are you?
77.
77, and you've been smoking for almost 70 years.
No. You know, I don't smoke it every day, you know.
Right.
You do lay off every once in a
I
while.
gotta think, too, you know, just like you.
You had a bong in your crib, though.
And that little mic there, if you didn't think, right?
Right.
And I want to see you with those shades. I'll pull your shades.
You don't want to see that.
Your eyes might be a little red, too.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, so, Doc, what are you going to do with this group? Is there any hope for them to get off of the marijuana and other sort of drugs?
No.
There
They
is
haven't felt an impact.
They are not motivated to get off the drugs?
I don't think so.
Is there a message you want to give them?
Or anybody.
Please give us a message, Doc. We always love to hear beautiful messages.
He better not
Well, the
say
only
no.
message that I could give you is your life is one thing, but when you promote pot with younger people that emulate you, or not directly, but they emulate you, then you could be interfering with their development. They may not have the special
as
talents you
entertainers,
have.
we're not parents. You feel what I'm saying? I got 3 kids of my own at my home
agree.
that I don't expect NSYNC or anybody that they watching on TV to raise my kids.
Your kids watch
I
NSYNC?
raise my kids. I'm saying if they did, whoever
Right.
they watching, if they watching the Power Rangers or Barney or whoever they watching, it's not their responsibility.
not your responsibility.
No, it's really not. My responsibility is to make good music and to do what I do.
And we
You
don't
feel what I'm
wake up
saying?
and smoke
Snoop.
Does
joints with
Snoop
our
smoke in
kids.
front of his kids?
Snoop, are you going to
No,
let the
I don't
kids
smoke
smoke?
in front of my kids. No, I don't, and I'm not going to be able to control my kids once they get to that certain age. Like when I became an adult and I wanted to make my own decisions and I moved out of my mama's house, that's what's going to happen.
Doc, that is a reasonable answer. Snoop really isn't a role model to raise your kids.
Exactly.
Everyone else should raise their kids.
I'm not getting paid to raise your kids. I mean, you're not paying me to come over the house and, you know, feed them breakfast and show them the ABCs and show little Johnny how to ride a bike.
They ain't even inviting us
did.
over.
Although how exciting
But
for the
Snoop,
kids to
you
have Snoop
are
Dogg raise the kids.
Exactly.
I would let him.
And the little kids, and ask the little kids, I bet you they not upset at what I'm doing because they know that I'm being real. And a lot of you parents is faking.
Hypocrites,
Yeah, y'all
hypocrites.
You're
smoking in the
lying.
back
That's
room
right.
and hiding and
I'm doing
coming out
that.
arguing at the kids. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. You know, I'm
You
being
wouldn't
real with
tell your
mine.
child
And
if you
doing
caught him
other
smoking
things
that you're not
among that.
supposed to do that.
You know what I'm
Exactly, I
saying?
will, because kids aren't supposed to. You're supposed to get to that right age to where you're able to make your own decisions. And
So,
do
Snoop,
that.
what's a parent to do? So we don't want to be hypocrites. If we are smoking marijuana and the kids come to us and they say, hey, Dad, are you getting
What about
high?
this stuff?
What should we say?
The thing to say is to get old and make your own decisions. Your body has to get to that age where you know you're able to make that decision. To
Now,
where if
how
you
old were
want,
you when you started?
That's a good point.
I was like
Snoop.
16 years old.
Is
Now-
that the age?
When
No,
I
that wasn't a good age, but that was because
That's
I wanted to know what it was because it was around me. And once I tried it, I didn't like it at 16 years old.
Well, let me ask you this. So let's say the kids come over and I want to smoke some weed and they're 18. Should I smoke with my kids or not?
I think you should, because if you don't, they liable to go out there and buy some drugs that they'll never wake up to.
You should buy their weed.
No,
They
I
should
mean,
get the
not
good
to buy
stuff,
their
not
weed. It's
the-
just
Do
to
the weed
actually
with
do
them.
the experience with them to let them know
Doc,
not
what do
to
you think of
abuse
that?
it, not to abuse it, show them how not to abuse the drug.
What do you think of Snoop's advice?
Most of I think you should talk to your kids about drugs, and if you've used them, I think you should tell them. I think it's kind of important, based on current research, that if the parents are very permissive in terms of smoking pot, the kids are more likely to smoke pot.
Should I do purple weed with the kids or
that'll
just
kill
something a little lighter?
Yeah, a little lighter, man.
A little lighter than
Come with
purple
some
weed.
red
yeah.
hair set.
Well, Doc, I gave you a shot. Dr. Ockert, I know you're a good drug counselor. These guys are not going off drugs anytime soon.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Doc.
go ahead.
Where you graduate from?
Oh, he wants
Columbia
credentials.
University.
Columbia.
That's cool.
Well, you're pretty good then.
Yeah.
You must be one of the top guys in your field.
And what is the whole focus of marijuana today
What is it?
by doctors? What is do you guys feel that it's a problem in society today?
Most drugs are a problem for adolescents and young adults. I'm not going to make a criticism about it. I know it has a lot of medical utility. It can be beneficial to people. When you're older, like you are, you can make your own decisions. The problem is that younger people make decisions based on what other people do.
Okay, but you
Snoop
gotta look
Dogg's
at-
falling asleep.
I'm gonna tell him what's real. Okay, now what if Snoop Dogg had never became a rapper, and never, you know what I'm saying, made a record or whatnot, or never said he smoked weed or whatnot, do you think all the kids in America wouldn't be smoking weed? I'm one person. You feel what I'm saying? And for the most part, I'm more of a positive influence than I am negative, because you don't see me going around doing commercials saying, all the little kids, y'all don't go to school today, go buy a 40 ounce and get high and tell your mama and daddy I said eat a, you know what I'm saying? I don't project that message out there, so it's just a perception that you see me doing it, and it's so controlled that you try to.
So you guys clearly don't need any drug counseling here today.
We appreciate it because
you don't
it's
need Dr.
cleansing.
Ockert.
It's cleansing to the soul to have somebody tell you, you know, what they think they know about.
Well, if anybody thinks they need Dr. Ockert, you should go
maybe
to.
he need a hit.
Go to parallaxcenter.com. Would you like a hit?
Who would win if we locked him in a room and tried to see who would
Doc,
come out?
would you like to smoke with Snoop Dogg later?
One time, please, Doc.
Not this morning, maybe.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks, Dr. Ockert. Thank you, Dr. Ockert. All right, there you go. That's all right.
He wanted to go to the Puff Puff Pass tour with us.
I'm sure.
Doc, did you feel a little overwhelmed by the amount of guys in there? I mean, was it a tough sell?
A tough sell.
Do you feel that with time, you think you could have got through to them?
I think if we talked, I could have gotten them to understand my position. But in terms of changing their behavior, no. They don't see any reason to, and I'm not suggesting that they do. They're not in treatment. It's not interfering with their lives to the extent that their lives are going to become destructive as a result of it. But I do feel that it influences people, and adolescents are always at risk. They can't make their own decisions so easily. When you're adult, you can do what you want to do. It's like alcohol. Some people can drink it, it's fine. And, it kills a lot of people as well. And ruins lives, All
right, Doc. Well, thanks for coming down and thanks for trying to help them.
Yeah, thanks.
Now let's talk about what's going on in your guys' life. The East Siders are putting out the new Snoop Dogg and the East Siders album is out.
Today.
Deuces
We're
and
celebrating right now.
This is a big celebration. What are we? Cheers. What are in your cups? What are you drinking?
Moet champagne and orange juice. It's called mimosa.
It's called a mimosa.
Mimosa.
That's a mimosa.
No, mimosa.
Why is that a mimosa?
Yeah, I'm saying because Maravice, Carisha, Navanya. Yeah.
You guys have fun wherever you go.
Everywhere we go.
Everywhere I go.
But you guys did not have an easy life growing up. In fact, Trey, it says here, I got some notes on you. You're a second-generation Long Beach insane Crip. That sounds very scary to me. Insane Crip. What is that?
The Crips and then the insane.
I don't know the difference. The only group I knew.
If it was Sunflower Crips, would it make you feel better?
No, I'm saying, is there a regular Crip and then an insane Crip? Is an insane Crip more dangerous?
Is that a higher order?
Yeah, explain it to me.
I mean, it's just all based on what your gang chose to name themselves.
I see. So
and
you're a.
We were and are known as Insane Crips because that's how we came about the game. We said we was gonna do it all.
Right.
Combined in the gang banging, and we was just gonna do it to the maximum capacity. That's how our name derived to be Insane.
In other words, you guys were the toughest.
You better believe it.
Right. And Uncle Joe, which branch of the Crips?
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Wonderbug.
Just call him the Wonderbug.
Uncle Junebug, what division of the Crips are you in?
I'm not in the. I've been in my divisions all my life, so
The Junebug division.
That's right.
That's right.
He's a Junebug.
Wonderbug.
Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I was in the B'nai B'rith Crips. That's right.
That's the Jewish Crips.
That's right.
He said he was in the Blue Crips.
The Blue Crips.
Red, yellow, and the green.
All Crips. That's right. All right. So now you were considered a baby Crip. That's got to be unbelievable. There's not too many guys. That's almost like being an original vampire. I mean, you started at.
Look at his neck.
Yeah.
Look at his neck.
Let me see what's on it. Look
at his neck.
That's a vampire bite.
That?
That's vampire.
He's been
Tray
bitten.
on my neck.
That's Trey.
That's right.
Fingers.
So when you're 9 years old and you get in, that's hardcore, right?
Yeah.
So you are a man who's most respected in the gang.
Yeah, one of those because I didn't have a father in the household. I had 2 other older brothers as well as 3 older sisters, and
the gang raised you?
Yeah, under the guy. No, I raised myself.
Right.
I raised myself within the gang.
When you're 9 years old, I mean, what do you to protect yourself? You have to keep a gun stuffed in your diaper, for God's sake. That's way young to be in a gang.
No diaper on.
You know what I mean? Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Whatever you wear at 9.
Exaggerates a
I
little
had
bit.
khakis on when I was 9 years old.
And how do you prove yourself to the gang at 9 years old? I mean, seriously, how do you
just stand out? You be a standout. You know, you make your own mark. You go on your own mission. You don't wait for nobody to tell you what to do.
You get your own activities going.
Now, is there any school going on, or are we just?
Yeah, how do I train for this?
Nah, well, you know, basically you just do, you know, what you feel, where the spirit guides you to.
So at 9, did you?
But were you ever going to school? Did you go to school during the day and gang
Hell
bang
no.
at night?
No, I got kicked out of school. I used to fight with the teachers. You know, I used to bring weapons to school. You know, I always wanted to be the one that was seen. You know, I always, you know, I had a urge to be, you know, the known one.
Are you sorry you conducted yourself like that in school?
Hell no.
You're not?
No.
Seriously though. I mean, what?
I feel that.
Don't you think you could have gotten
I feel
something
that
out of
through
school?
all my experiences, through life and through the streets and through, you know, prison and court and all that, it made me wise to the ways of the world, not just my community, not just America, but to the whole wide world.
Now, I am sure you were innocent when they locked you up in prison, but...
who is innocent?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure you did nothing wrong, but what did they accuse you of doing?
I did it all, man. You know, I just tried to have money to sustain myself and those around me.
Yes, but we're asking about the charges.
Of course they weren't true. Let us make that clear.
Were robbery, you know.
It's an outrage.
You know.
It's the system.
Shooting.
Robbery.
Robbery.
Really?
Terrorism.
Really? Well, I wouldn't cross you.
How much time did we do?
We did numerous years.
Really?
We did, yeah.
You were able to survive that?
Throughout juvenile, throughout the adult system, you know, yeah, and I stayed strong. I never ran. I never punked the game.
Did you love jail or did you hate it?
I had loved it as a youngster because, you know, really that's where all my comrades.
It becomes your second home, man.
On the streets.
So jail is really not a deterrent to a guy.
It becomes your second home.
You're just going there to meet some friends.
It teaches you how to sharpen yourself, and if you take what
it's like
you
summer
learn,
camp.
Yeah, it is.
It is, you know.
Especially when you go to fire camp.
In the cycle.
But there's no women in jail, though. That's the hard part, right?
But you get out.
Co-ed. You do go to school.
That's discipline.
You have
But you
all
do.
the women.
But you do go to school and there be girls there. Co-ed.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Well, some places they have co-ed facilities.
Really?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you could get laid in prison, I'll go.
And it happens. It happens.
Guy like me couldn't survive in prison, though, right? I'd have to be somebody's bitch, right?
Nah, you got a lot of money. You got a lot of money.
No, but if he was just like a guy.
You know.
If I was a
Like
regular,
that.
you see a guy like me. To be honest with me, I walk into prison, right, the first day. Like, what do you guys say?
I think you had some money. You know, I'd be like, yeah,
Right.
this cat got money. You know.
So you'll be rolling me constantly.
Yeah, I'll be checking you out. I'll be trying to get me some deodorants and lotions. You know,
So, like,
get your girl
would I even be
send me
able
some
to?
shoes
Would
or
I be
something.
even able to hold on to my own shoes? I'd be barefoot in prison, right?
You probably stay there. How?
Would guys anally rape me and stuff? I mean,
If
seriously.
you asked them to.
No, I don't want that. You understand? I'm 100% all man.
If you locked up with them lifers, if you locked up with them people that they gonna never see tomorrow,
Would I have to fight,
You know?
let's say a brother, in order to hold on to my dignity?
You would more or
Or
less
just take a
have to fight.
real bad beating.
You would more or less have to fight your own kind.
The white man.
Before you have to fight another race.
So I would have to fight a
Your
white
own
man.
race would test you before
They would.
They would
Oh,
know
you
you
pass you to the
So
wolves.
first you're going to get beat up by white
Yeah, you got
guys?
to pass the acid test. The
Well, let me
acid
ask you this.
test is
Let's say I get in a
down on
fight
your own.
and I get my ass whipped.
Man, you got some gangster in you, man. You
Oh,
ain't
hell
gonna
yeah.
get whipped.
Hell
You ain't
yeah.
gonna get
I'll
whipped.
kick all your
Sounds
ass.
You got some gangster in you. You ain't gonna
Yeah.
get whooped on,
Sounds
man.
so deep.
Yeah, I'm a
I
gangster.
don't know if you can pull it out.
No, I'll tell you something. I grew up in the black community, and I was rolled every single day of my life. I mean,
No, they took your pants, right?
one guy who was in the 5%ers, you know the 5%ers, they were the original gang guys here in New York. They came right up and they said, "Listen, Stern, we like your pants. Give them to us." I said, "I can't give you my pants. I'm in the middle of school."
No, they really took pants.
They took my pants.
They took chains and money. And,
My money was taken and I was
Territory.
choked for my money and stuff. So I can't imagine. It's choked. They choked me till I passed out, the brothers. They did. Now, I'm saying,
cold,
so
man.
I would never survive in prison, right?
I mean, that's the savagery we taught. You know, we always taught to pit one against the other in some form or another. You know, it always, you know, it's just.
But if I was in prison and I have to fight one of my own kind, let's say I get my ass kicked, let's say I get my ass beat, would they respect me just for fighting?
Yeah, for staying down. As long as you stay down.
As long as I fight.
Exactly.
Even if I lose.
Exactly.
All right.
Just don't lose bad.
Right.
Oh.
Well, I'm a real gangster. For life. Exactly, Uncle. Right. Anyway, so at 9 years old, though, do you have your own set of, like, bitches and all that kind of stuff going on at 9 years old?
Do you have, like...
At 9, you know, I was really saying I was 12 and 13 because that was the age group that I hung around. So, you know, I was getting them 14 and 15.
Is that right?
Yeah, I had advanced game. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have bitches at that? Were you pimping at that age?
Stone Age pimping.
Really?
Yeah, I do Stone Age.
You do?
What does that mean?
Stone Age pimping. You know what that means.
I get under the roots.
Gets under the roots.
You remember how the cave women and cave men used to do it, baby?
Oh, dear.
It's a very, very rough form of pimping. Although I know what Stone Age pimping is because I am one of you.
You're down.
I'm down with you. Explain to the audience what Stone Age pimping is for these naive people.
Well, Stone Age pimping is, you know, it goes back to when they used to grab them by the hair and drag them up inside of the caves. You know, I drag them by the brain. I go under the roots with my vocabulary and my lyricism to entice their mentality. You know what I'm saying? And I drag them. I put them in a somnambulic state.
And because of your gangster training, you have said you fear no man, and also you could take like a cookie cutter sheet or anything and make a weapon out of it. You could take a CD.
Talking to an OG, man.
Right. A gangster could take a CD case and make a weapon out of it.
Of course.
Anything. That microphone right there.
Yeah. Give me like 30 minutes. I could have something with a point on it that'll penetrate you and have you leaking.
Really?
You know what? I would like to see them on Survivor.
Yeah. Why not? Why not Snoop and the East Siders?
Vote me the first week to winner.
What about Snoop?
I have everybody on there shook up.
What about Snoop and the East Siders doing their own Survivor? I think it'll be good.
See it.
That's right. These guys will be making bazooka out of those rice. Blowing up the goddamn island. No, you even said you could take a newspaper.
I can make a gun out of a magazine.
Yeah.
Out of a magazine? How can you make a gun out of a magazine?
Send me a magazine to see what happens.
You'll kill me.
If I'm ever locked up, send me a magazine.
What do you shoot?
I shoot.
How could a brother make a gun out of a magazine?
Okay.
Well, check this out.
It's
the geometric forms of which you fold.
Like origami.
Yeah, like origami.
I can make something so
like
sharp.
And then
the staples become the bullets?
No, the matches become the sulfur.
Yes.
The grease becomes the heat.
Yes.
And the shrapnel is the zippers, the buttons, and all that. And you just, pack so much sulfur that it kicks an immediate discharge to your victim, and you just
How far do you have to be, and what is our accuracy?
My God, you're telling me a magazine
and you drop it.
Yeah.
So they can't ban guns in this country because you could take a magazine.
Yeah, I could take pretty much anything and run it up.
You gotta ban magazines, Howard.
You're a goddamn genius. Making a gun out of a magazine.
Forget the guns, ban the magazine.
And the staples, magazines came with staples then. So I mean, whatever
That's shrapnel.
Do, any utensil at your disposal besides a bologna sandwich. You know what
I can't do much with the bologna
The next time you guys come in here, could I have some magazines and random things around and you'll make weapons out of them? I think that would be fascinating to my audience.
You don't want to see that.
I had to sell that on video for $49.
I think it's a great video. As a matter of fact, I'm working on making a machine gun out of a Poland Spring bottle. and a hand grenade out of a raisin.
Might be the best one ever made.
You're right.
You never know.
So
you got to use it. You got to use it.
Where's the toughest prisons? California prison system? Is that tough?
You better believe it.
Yeah,
it is?
Well, they didn't take a tour, did they?
Well, these guys know. They're connected through the internet. They can talk to other brothers.
No, it's not actually the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can you can take a tour of Pelican Bay or New Folsom or Corcoran Shoe,
right,
or Tehachapi Max or high desert state prison where my big brother is rest. You know what I'm saying? Where he doing this thing at right now. We finna have counsel coming through there. I damn near said some crazy things.
You ever take a bullet?
I miss him so much. I got to get him up out of that hellhole. Them just belly of the beasts they build in private institutions.
Some of you don't even know where your people's at there.
Really?
In California.
Did you ever take a bullet?
In your backyard.
Let me see that. Yeah. Oh, my God. Right in your stomach.
No, in the back. They
and it came out of your stomach?
No, it's still in me.
Oh.
Your bullet is still in you?
Yeah.
Can't take it out.
Snoop, you ever take a bullet?
No, I was slick and slide, baby.
Right.
I've done it all, man.
Man,
I'm the G of the
bullet.
I got hit one time and it changed my whole life.
Has Junebug been shot?
Uncle Junebug, have you taken a bullet? Look at that right there.
Yes, sir.
How did you get involved?
Gangsters up in here.
You're a real gangster.
Yeah, this ain't nothing there.
This is the real deal.
Yeah.
These are gangsters making music, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but
it's not musicians making music. It's gangsters first making music.
It's gangsters coming into the art form of.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is very scary to me.
Hey, now, you see Goldie's leg?
Let me see, Goldie.
Yeah.
What do you got there?
It's halfway off.
What do you mean it's halfway off?
You didn't see that?
I got caught slipping, man.
What the hell you got over there?
Caught slipping, man.
Oh, for Christ's sake, look at that. Jesus. What happened to you?
I got hit with something big. I was,
Did you retaliate for this, I hope?
You better believe it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, a man got to do a man thing.
How do you find a guy that does this to you? Where do you find him?
It's all in the midst of, somebody doing something to hurt you. So you already know who gonna do something to hurt you because they.
We don't have to find a specific guy.
Like somebody looking for you.
Goldie,
he looking for you, he looking for you.
Why do they call you Goldie? What is that all about?
Well, my auntie named me that, man. They go through generations of being, real Mackish with it, and come from just, since my personality was like, somebody they was. Looking upon at a certain time.
And we're having, we're having a good time here. But you've had a serious life. I mean, you had to go to a youth camp as a youngster. You were accused of shooting someone, right?
Yeah.
How old were you then?
Yeah, man, I was like 17 years old.
But you didn't do it, right?
I didn't do it.
Of course not. Of course you didn't do it.
I did a year and almost about 2 years for something I didn't do.
Really?
How'd you get out?
But I'm not finna snitch because I ain't know. Yeah.
Snoop did it. Tell everyone. Tell the truth. Snoop did it. Well, that was nice that you.
I ain't finna snitch, so you do the hard time. Sometimes you get caught up in situations where you at the wrong place at the wrong time.
I mean, your own sister was killed in gang warfare, right?
Wow.
At the same spot where I was shot at, exactly.
Oh, that's
But now,
rough
can
stuff.
we all go to the Source Awards and just have a good time?
No, hell no. We're gonna kill somebody over there.
No,
I'm gonna kick ass.
We can if we have it in secure areas and locations and people that's invited are respected among the industry. And
explain to me what happens though. Explain to me. See, in other words, you go to the Source Award. It's an award for rap stars.
Is people get bullied into giving up tickets and seats. It's not real men running corporations and companies.
But you get there and you see other rap guys who are involved in other gangs that you don't like, and then right away you guys start warring in the audience, right?
No.
Isn't that what happens?
No.
What do you mean I'm crazy? What are you talking about?
That's how we're being portrayed, and that's not.
That's
cool.
not what happens. But that I understand.
Does happen?
What happens is you have a group of people in there who are receiving accolades for what they have done, and they're receiving their achievements, and other people haven't received any achievements in a while, or been in the spotlight in a long time, and they just feel that they have to do something to get their name back circulating among the public.
So they start a problem.
So they disrupt a nice affair that was intended to be,
right, it's something good.
An honor to those who have worked hard and put, they sweat behind, they craft.
But you won't take crap from these guys. If they start in with you, you will kick their ass, right?
You damn right.
Right.
You damn right. You damn right.
You will kick their ass.
You damn right.
No one will mess with you.
You damn right.
Blood spills.
You damn right.
Right.
Period.
Oh, well, I guess I won't be going again this year.
No, I'm staying home.
It's not like that, though. It's just that you have to know where to to host these events.
You stay home, Robin. Believe me, Robin will get killed over there.
God, you might as well.
She doesn't know how to handle herself like we do.
I'll say the wrong thing.
Is there a lot of pressure on you guys to come through and sell a lot of records? I mean, is this a scary thing for you?
Snoop make it hard on us, man.
Yeah, Snoop.
Is Snoop tough?
Yeah,
Snoop.
he done set legendary tracks. You know what I'm saying? So
who is the leader though? Out of you guys, is Snoop the leader?
You got to give it to the Dogg father.
Are you guys? Are you guys afraid of Snoop in some way?
Who look like the leader?
Do you guys ever fight physically?
We all bosses, but he's the boss of the job we working with. We all bosses.
Hey, Snoop, you tell these guys what to do?
I don't tell them what to do. I actually put an agenda together for us to go by.
We know what to do.
Exactly. It's a team.
Snoop, are you the boss of all bosses?
No, I'm a team player. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of boss that'll get out there on the front line and do it for you and show you how it's done. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Snoop,
just.
you are a leader, aren't you? You are a quiet leader.
I'm definitely a leader, but I definitely take orders. I take orders, and I'm willing to learn, and my mind is always open.
If you're producing the track,
what gang are you with, Snoop?
I'm with the Snoop gang.
No. Who are you with? Who are you with?
What you mean? Look,
you heard what I said. Who are you with? Who are you down with? You could have to choose sides as a man. As a man, you have to choose sides, man. You want to say you're a man, you have to choose sides.
All right, Howard. I'm from East Side, rolling 20 Crep.
All right, okay, that's what I want to know.
Now
Don't be ashamed of that.
Now,
I wonder where I'm from.
If they're producing a track and Snoop thinks they need to do something,
he has
and
to
they
kick
don't see
their
it
ass
that way,
That's
how does
right.
it go?
It's teamwork. You know what I'm saying? They
These
trust
guys
my
get along.
judgment. It's just the same way if I'm working on my record and I got them in there working with me, if they writing me a verse and I don't like a certain word with the verse, I'm going to change that word. But for the most part, it's teamwork. We all able to take criticism.
Would you ever work on a record with someone who is from the Bloods?
I have worked on a record with
You have?
numerous amounts.
The question, though, is
I'm
would
shocked.
you work with Mariah Carey?
I am shocked. I am shocked.
Yeah,
This is very. Do you have to go to the Crips and ask for permission?
No. We're grown men.
Permission.
You don't ask the head of the gang?
We are permission.
No.
You are your own permission.
See, gangs ain't like people perceive them. That's not like The Outsiders or movies like that where you got a leader. And no, we're all men. We're all equal. We're all individuals. And if you got a little more game or a little bit more wisdom than me, I'm willing to sit and listen. But a lot of times the young homies can give the old homies some game as well. So you got to always have your mind open. And it's really not a leader-follower situation.
Really?
It's friend, man.
There's got to be someone at top. Every organization has
yes, definitely somebody that put it down.
We don't tell who that person is.
Exactly.
He is Mr. X.
That job constantly shifts.
Exactly.
I see.
And how do these guys get together? You know, because Snoop is like a huge star.
Right.
How did people get to Snoop if they've got talent?
They smoke some weed. Purple weed.
Purple weed.
They do what they do. They do the best.
It comes through sources.
Are you saying that the leader of the gang is like Charlie from Charlie's Angels? You never quite see the guy.
You just hear him. You never see him. He might be a white guy.
Because I imagine it's a white guy. That would be a kick in the ass.
Yeah, you never know.
How would if I was the leader?
I heard it's
You could be.
I would love that.
Playing all.
I would love to lead a gang. Imagine I'm the leader.
Yeah, you leave here and take all kinds of gang meetings.
Yeah, right. I'm busy. Got a meeting. But isn't there someone you can go to when you have to settle a dispute between gang members? There's got to be disputes.
No.
Territories, this kind of thing.
I mean, even within the gang, there's got to be a
even with the Godfather,
sometimes.
he always was settling disputes. There's got to be someone, a council you can go to understand one man's territory over another's.
Well, whatever territory it occurred in, you'll usually start from there and see who was wronged and who trying to retaliate and if they got grounds.
But that's what I'm saying. If you want to do a hit,
so funny,
what if you want to do a hit on the guy who messed up Goldie's leg? Do you just go out and do it, or do you have to get permission from this rotating leader?
No,
sometimes it comes to you. Sometimes
Goldie say, "Look, man, do what you do."
But what if the leader says to you, Goldie, don't get this guy because I'm in the middle of making a big deal.
I'll bring you somebody. Then what he better say is, I'll bring you somebody that make the pain go away.
Right,
you can take him and do whatever you want to do with him.
Fascinating.
like a brother or something, like a younger brother instead of the guy?
No matter who, the gunman. The gunman, they call him the big bad gunman.
What would a man have to do to you in order for you to go?
Man, nowadays he's known as the boogeyman.
I see. All right, I understand. What is it, Gary? Quickly.
I got to tell you, Snoop is the master businessman. He's got to handle a whole bunch of things.
You got some new sneakers coming out. I understand that. Some kind of new shoes.
Yeah.
What is those? Fizzies?
Yeah, the fizzles.
Fizzies.
The
Fizzles. Why are they fizzles? What is that, Snoop?
Because they shizzles, my nizzles.
Oh, I get it. They shizzles, my nizzles. I like it.
I like the slogan.
I understand the slogan.
Yeah.
Haven't seen the TV commercial yet.
Oh, it's coming.
So you got the shoes coming out. Also, you got videos, DVDs.
Well, check this out. This is really funny. He's teamed up with Snoop has teamed up with Larry Flint. And they
That's
shot this video.
Is he a blood or a crip, Larry Flint?
He crippin'.
Oh, he's a crip. Go ahead.
They got this DVD
With the handicap card.
shot at Snoop's backyard.
Really?
This is Snoop raps while everybody bangs chicks in his backyard.
Nice.
Whoa.
I'll watch that.
That's what it says right on the box.
Is it only black chicks?
Doggy style.
Snoop, is it only black chicks while you're white chicks
white ones too.
Yeah, why not bring it all? Bring the whole rainbow.
I got white ones, Japaneses,
Really?
Filipinas.
Because there's only black chicks on the cover.
Are these girls? Are these girls?
Nicer look.
Are these girls your whores? Your bitches?
Yeah, definitely. I told you, baby, I had to reveal it to the world and show them I wasn't playing.
These are your bitches, your personal
These is my
bitches.
personal hoes.
And you will
pimping.
And you will barracuda pimping.
Yeah, that's what I
What
do.
is that?
He's barracuda.
That's me. I barracuda.
What is a barracuda?
That's when when I send a female out in the ocean to go get me another female.
Right.
Because she's the big fish with the big hook.
She's your barracuda.
Exactly. She go get them from me.
Now they're not having sex too. Who are they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you are in the video?
Oh, Snoop, you have sex in it?
Oh no.
No. It says right here.
Why is that,
I'm gonna
Snoop?
say yeah and no. Go get the tape. I ain't gonna tell you. Go get it.
It says right here, it's got 6 original music videos and 5 scenes of raw, uncut, and unbelievable backyard effing.
And these are all your personal bitches.
I gave them a personal, a run at the big screen. A few of them was already into the.
So you don't have to pay these what we call bitches
actually
because
they're paying me.
they're your women.
They're paying me. The DVD costs $49.95 at the Hustler store.
Right.
So actually these hoes are paying me. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
baby.
and you won't give these bitches any cut on
I
this.
won't give them nothing.
Right, it's up to you.
I give them a shot. I give them a shot at the world.
you
Now
are
they
the
can
man.
become stars. They're seen. They're heard. They're talked
You are
about.
the original pimp.
Say it, bro.
You are barracudan.
Say it, bro.
Oh, whatever the hell that is. Barracudiing. I don't know. Anyway, so tell everyone about your dog, by the way. I was fascinated by this, Snoop. I'm talking about, don't you have a dog named White Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I like that. In other words, you yell at White Boy, and sometimes you're walking down the street, hey, White Boy, get over here, right?
Sit, white boy.
Sit, White Boy. Isn't that the idea?
No, I call him White Boy because he's all white and he's a Snow White pit bull. It wasn't not a racial.
Oh, wasn't it?
No, it was nothing. It was nothing racial. It was just
you're crazy.
Like that,
It's nothing like that.
No, for real talk.
like that, man.
Well, let's review what I've learned.
Now this is a sweet dog. It's not an attack dog, is it?
No, he's sweet on girls, but he will attack your ass.
But White Boy is kept apart from the other dogs, right? You have other dogs.
Got to keep him separated.
Because why? Because he's White Boy.
Yeah, they take off on him.
Yeah. Well, I've learned all about purple weed today.
Yes, sir.
I've learned about gang
We're
warfare,
just recapping what
growing up in the gang. I've learned about being an original gangster.
How to be a man about it.
How to be a man in
We've
prison.
learned how to be a man in jail.
Yeah, I've learned how to be a man
I'm
in jail.
married now, man. You know what I'm saying?
You behave yourself.
Yeah.
And I've learned how to make a gun out of my Victoria's Secret catalog.
Learned how to talk to our kids about drugs.
Protect yourself.
Definitely.
Protect
There's
yourself.
one more thing
You
I want
have
to teach y'all.
Yes.
It's business. I got a clothing line.
Go ahead, Snoop. Tell me about this.
It's Snoop Dogg clothing. It's in stores right now. You know
Why
what I'm
aren't
saying?
you wearing a Snoop Dogg shirt today?
You know, I'm not.
I gave you a whole bag of it.
You know what? I wore one of those puffy shirt. Sean John shirt. Would you do business with him, or is he not cool?
Sean John, that's my nephew. I'm down with Puffy.
Did you see that Puffy is in the paper today? He has a black guy who holds an umbrella over his head.
You know he's
everywhere he
big.
goes. Shouldn't he have a white guy doing something like that?
Man, he
Be
ain't
honest.
doing it like that.
Yeah, wait, I'm
And
going
the
to
guy
show you.
has to wear a suit while he carries an umbrella for Puffy.
Let me show it to you.
That big, man.
Have you guys read the paper today? Look at that. Wait a
He's
second.
in the south of France.
There's Puffy with a black man holding a sun umbrella over Puffy so he doesn't get too much sun.
Wow.
So he doesn't get any,
Any sun.
No, it probably was a rainstorm, and he was walking into.
Look at that. That's a sunny picture.
Let me read you the caption. Puff Daddy is a cool cat in Saint-Tropez thanks to his manservant.
They put him out there like that.
They wrote that, I swear to God.
Yeah, but you know, you can't believe everything you read, baby.
Well, we
you know?
see the picture.
Because, Puffy didn't write that. You know,
Puffy doesn't.
That might be a valet walking him to his...
But Puffy don't want to get ashy, you know, so I understand that. I understand that.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think they got Vaseline over in
if a man want to walk over another man with an umbrella, that's his job.
I believe the two men should never share an umbrella.
Please believe it.
It's very gay to share an umbrella. Yeah, exactly. So this is my rules.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It ain't so. I'm with you, dog.
I didn't feel so bad. At least it was a light-skinned guy, you know, holding the umbrella.
What?
It was a light-skinned black man.
What does that mean?
It means he was probably mostly white.
But I would let a doorman walk me to my car in
Of course.
the rain.
Of course.
Treat you like a king. It's called treat him like a king, man.
Not after that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A man should share a pipe, not an umbrella.
Exactly.
Ricky, go ahead. You're on with the East Siders. Snoop Dogg, of course. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I want to talk to this Snoop Doggy Dogg talking about how he's a gangster.
Yeah.
I'm a real gangster from Massachusetts.
What do you mean?
Real gangsters don't talk about being gangsters. I mean, talking about he's in a gang at the age 9. What was he holding? A water pistol? His little water pistol?
Let me see you come down here and say it to his face.
I just left New York. I wish I would have known he was on. I was just on my way home.
What are you, in the mafia?
I'm a Sicilian. Yeah, that's right. Why do all these rappers want to be gangsters? And, you know, I want to be a rap star.
No, check this out. We don't want to be gangsters. That's how we was bred at an early age. And
do you work with the mafia at all?
Into the music.
Do you work in association with the mafia, or you just?
I mean, we don't never touch bases with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Two people talk here. Hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah, we don't never touch bases with each other.
With the mafia, right?
That's just how we was bred at an early age. It's no wannabe.
It's the way you're raised.
We already are that. Now we're trying to transform into making good music for people to like and dance to. We not just flaunting that we gangsters and take shit and do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? We just use that as a vehicle to get to the next level. You dig where I'm coming from, OG?
Yeah, but he's gone already. Mike, go ahead. You're on the air.
Geek, boy.
What's up, Howard?
Hey.
What's up, Eastside? How you doing?
What's up, Low?
I want to say that's tight how you did the joint with Mobb Deep on your new shit.
What?
I mean on your new
Respect it.
Yeah, this is Howard Stern.
This is a real black guy, right?
Yeah, for real.
This is a guy.
He's showing love right now, Howard.
Go, show some love.
What that made you feel, homie?
I think it's tight that I think the hip hop game is more East Coast West Coast love combination. You know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Could you tell it was real on that cut?
Yeah, I definitely felt that shit.
Hey, Brooklyn, top of the food chain.
Oh, shut up.
All right, come on, I'm trying to get in on this. Yeah.
Represent Jersey.
Represent.
For shizzle dizzle.
Yeah, Bizzle. Fizzle dizzle.
Fizzle dizzle.
Fizzle dizzle.
Much love, my nigga.
Much love. All right. I'm right down there with you boys. All right, anyway, listen. Congratulations. Liking the new tunes. Always love seeing Snoop Dogg and the East Siders. A lot of love in the room.
Thanks, man.
All right.
You know you
I love it.